Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking at something pretty fundamental, how the whole game of creating software is changing. The source material we're digging into argues that, well, the technical barriers, they kind of collapsed.
Yeah, it's huge. For the longest time, you'd have this amazing idea for an app, but if you couldn't code, you were stuck.
Mm-hmm.
That massive wall of cryptic code standing between your vision and actually making it real, poof, it's basically gone.
Right.
The whole era of waiting around, hoping to find a technical co-founder or spending years trying to learn 4 different programming languages, that's just over. Done.
And that's really the heart of our deep dive today. We're stepping into this new world where pretty complex AI applications can be launched just using clear, plain English instruction.
Just structured.
Instruction, exactly. So our mission today is kind of twofold. First, we're going to unpack this complete 5-step framework that, well, the sources say lets you build these things without writing any actual code.
And then we're going to explore 4 huge categories of AI apps that people are building like crazy right now. We're talking everything from super smart digital librarians all the way to systems that interact with the physical world. It's kind of the new bedrock for creators.
Okay, so let's get into it. This core shift, it's procedural, right?
Yeah.
That's what the sources really hammer home.
Yeah, and what's really cool is how simple the idea behind it is. Success just comes down to being clear. You're not fighting with weird syntax anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You're just giving really clear, detailed instructions. And it's a proven process. It means pretty much anyone who actually has a solid solution in mind can build useful, functional apps, and quickly, too.
It almost sounds like magic, but the sources stress it's very disciplined.
Oh, totally. Building an AI app isn't some sudden flash of genius. It's definitely a step-by-step thing. Think more like running a really efficient factory or an assembly line.
Okay.
It just methodically takes that fuzzy idea you have and turns it into actual working software.
So if we're starting that assembly line, step 1 is what they call the meta prompt. Seems like every project that goes off the rails starts with a fuzzy vision.
Yeah, a blurry beginning.
And the meta prompt is designed specifically to fix that, to be the essential corrective measure.
Your North Star, basically.
Precisely. The whole point is to create this sort of constitution for your project, something that guides every single decision that the AI tool and you will make later on.
Makes sense.
And this constitution, it absolutely has to answer 4 key questions. First, purpose definition. What exact problem are you solving? And it needs to be super specific.
Right, not just, I want to make designers happier.
Exactly. A good answer is granular, like, this app helps freelance designers handle complicated client feedback, and specifically, it aims to reduce the number of revision rounds by 50%. That's specific.
Okay.
Second, target audience. Who exactly is this for? Defining that specific user niche is critical. Third, core features. What are the absolute non-negotiable things the app must do to solve that problem? Just the essentials.
Keep it lean.
Keep it lean. And finally, success metrics. How do you objectively measure if it's actually working? Things like hours saved or maybe daily active users.
I like that. That specificity just kills scope creep before it even gets started, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So if the meta prompt nails down the why and the what, what's the step that defines the really precise technical how for the AI builder itself?
That would be the product requirements prompt. That creates the detailed blueprint for the actual build.
Gotcha. Step 2, the product requirements prompt, or PRP. This is probably the most crucial translation step, I think. It takes that high-level vision from the meta prompt and turns it into a super detailed blueprint.
Mm-hmm.
And this document, it has to leave zero room for the AI to guess or misunderstand what you want.
So really, the difference between a project succeeding or failing could just come down to how detailed that document is.
Absolutely. A good PRP needs detailed feature breakdowns. Like for a simple task manager app, you can't just say manage tasks, you got to list out. Users can create tasks with a title, a description, a duty date, and a priority level, low, medium, high.
Mm-hmm.
It also needs clear user flow logic.
Yeah.
Like user lands on the login screen, they sign in using Google, then they're redirected to the main dashboard, step by step.
Mm-hmm.
And simple, clear technical specs too, like the web app needs to be responsive and work properly in Chrome and Safari. Just clarity.
And getting that PRP blueprint right. That's the key. That's what lets the AI get, 80 to 90% of the basic structure built correctly the first time around.
Avoids tons of rework.
Okay, moving along then. Step 3 is implementation. This is the moment you actually hand over that finished blueprint, the PRP, to whatever AI-powered development tool you're using.
Often these are all-in-one platforms now.
Right, these platforms. And it just gets to work. It starts building the functional skeleton of the application based on those instructions.
And that skeleton, it's not just smoke and mirrors. The AI is actually generating, front-end code for the user interface, the buttons, the forms, and also the basic back-end stuff, like the API structure needed to handle those core features you defined in the PRP.
So it's real, but maybe not perfect yet.
Exactly. It's an imperfect but definitely functional starting point.
Which brings us neatly to step 4, incremental enhancement. This is what the source calls the art of AI whispering. Because that first version the AI spits out, it's never perfect, so you have to refine that last 10, maybe 20%, iteratively.
Yeah, and the key here isn't just asking for changes, it's asking with precision.
How so?
It's super important to give really small, hyper-specific instructions. You can't just say, change the design, way too vague.
Right.
Instead, you need to tell it, change the main button color to the hex code, hashtag 4A922, and increase its internal padding to exactly 12 pixels. That level of detail.
Because the AI is brilliant at syntax, but it doesn't understand aesthetics or, user psychology on its own.
It really doesn't. I still wrestle with prompt drift myself sometimes. It's that annoying thing where the AI suddenly seems to forget the main goal you told it just a few minutes before. Frustrating.
The vulnerable admission.
Hey, it happens. But this careful, iterative loop, you test, you prompt with precision, you test. Again, that's how you get real polish in just days instead of projects dragging on for months and months.
Okay, and that leads us to the final step, step 5, deployment, going live. This part used to be like this dark art, right? Server setups, networking nightmares, database headaches.
Oh, yeah.
Total pain.
But now, it's basically just absorbed by the platform itself.
That's maybe the biggest time saver of all. These modern deployment platforms, they handle the hosting, the security certificates, version control, scaling, usually with just a single click.
Wow.
I mean, think about it. The platform automatically sets up the servers or containers. It manages the SSL cert, so your site's secure. It handles auto-scaling if you get a traffic spike. Those were traditionally 3 of the absolute hardest, most time-consuming chores for any developer, especially the solo one.
So it just removes weeks of specialized infrastructure work right off the bat. Okay, so now we have this solid framework, this kind of assembly line established. What kind of really powerful systems can we actually build with this? Well, we can kick things off with category 1. Building intelligent database and data management applications.
The digital librarian concept.
Exactly. Businesses today, they are just drowning in data. It's like a digital junkyard out there. You've got PDFs scattered everywhere, Slack messages nobody can find, messy Excel sheets full of errors, hours and hours of video calls that aren't searchable. It's chaos.
Total chaos.
So the solution here is using AI to act like this master librarian combined with an oracle. It takes all that internal mess and turns it into an intelligent, searchable company brain.
Which means, practically speaking, instead of digging through 5 different shared drives to find an answer for one client, you just ask a single question in plain English.
That's the core idea. The process is basically ingest all the data, process and organize it, put a natural language query interface on top, and boom, think about the specific apps you can build here.
Okay.
You can build a video search database. Imagine instantly finding the exact 15-second clip where the CEO mentioned, say, a specific Q4 forecast in a 2-hour meeting.
That's powerful.
Or cross-tool enterprise search apps. These things unify all the knowledge scattered across different tools like Notion, Slack, Google Drive, basically creating your company's own private, internal Google search engine.
And you also mentioned a simpler but maybe equally valuable one, a data cleaning specialist app. Just something that instantly scrubs messy spreadsheets, fixes inconsistent formats, corrects typos, standardizes things so the data is actually usable for analysis later.
Yeah, that alone is huge. It basically turns all that dead, messy data into living, actionable knowledge you can actually use.
Okay, now here's where, for me, it starts to get really mind-bending. Category 2, hardware integrated AI. This is where AI breaks out of the screen.
Gets a body.
Right. It gets a physical body using cameras, sensors, maybe robotics, to interact directly with the real world around us. The sources call this the dawn of physical intelligence.
Yeah, it's like giving the AI reflexes, an AI reflex system.
And it operates through this constant 5-step loop, right? First, data collection using sensors like eyes and ears, then perception analyzing that incoming data, then judgment making a decision based on the analysis, then action actually doing something in the real world, and finally, memory logging what happened and learning from it.
And we're talking pretty sophisticated applications here, not just toys.
Definitely. Give us an example from the source.
Okay, how about the traffic god concept? Imagine a system using a whole network of cameras and road sensors. It detects accidents in real time, instantly calculates the best way to reroute traffic around it, and automatically adjusts the timing of traffic lights blocks away to smooth out the flow.
Mhm.
The perception part is analyzing the video feeds. The judgment is deciding, okay, does this jam mean we need to change the timing on the next 3 lights? Or think about the energy tyrant. A system in your house that's just ruthlessly optimizing power consumption for all your smart devices to slash your electricity bill. It senses the room temperature, checks the current energy price, judges the most efficient setting for the AC or heater, and then acts on it. No human needed.
That's incredible.
We also see things like the AI co-pilot for your senses, AI-powered glasses that can literally read text out loud or describe the environment for someone who's visually impaired.
Whoa. Okay, hold on. Imagine scaling that traffic god idea, managing every single traffic light in a huge city grid, optimizing flow constantly. The level of efficiency, that's not just an app, that's like a multi-billion-dollar civic infrastructure contract waiting for someone who masters this framework.
Huge potential.
Okay, so if Category 2 gives AI a physical body and senses, what does Category 3 give a typical business owner? What's the competitive edge there?
Category 3 gives you strategic foresight.
Yeah.
It's about turning all that data we talked about, often dead data, into actual prophecy using AI dashboards.
Because traditional dashboards, they just show you what already happened, right? They're like a history museum for your data.
Exactly. A museum of dead data. I love that.
Yeah.
This new generation of AI-enhanced dashboards, they predict what's coming next.
Okay, how?
Well, it's another process, kind of like 5 steps to turn data into prophecy. You start with the data net, got to gather everything first, then run it through the refinery, clean it, process it. Then the inside engine does the analysis. The command center visualizes it. And finally, the battle plan generates smart, proactive alerts or recommendations.
So it's like a fortune teller, but for your company's profit and loss statement.
Precisely. We're seeing apps like the corporate cardiologist. It monitors a company's financial vital signs, cash flow, receivables, burn rate, to predict potential shortages weeks or even months in advance. It spots the danger zones before they become full-blown crises.
Yeah, proactive.
Or for consumers, there's the wallet watchdog. Connects to all your bank accounts, credit cards, automatically categorizes spending, spots trends, and crucially, sends you alerts before you overspend in a category. Or before that free trial you forgot about renews and charges your card.
Oh, I need that one. And I love the idea of the universal translator for customer rage, using sentiment analysis on thousands of customer reviews, support tickets, social media posts to give you this simple, real-time dashboard showing exactly where customer happiness is trending up or down and why. It tells management exactly where to focus.
Super useful. Okay, moving to our 4th category. Chatbot and AI assistant applications. This is all about building a scalable digital workforce. We're talking about AI agents that don't just find information for you, they reliably get things done.
Right, this is where AI gets a voice, gets agency.
Yeah, they execute complex sequences of tasks. It's like the digital specialist playbook. Again, a loop. First, listen and understand the request. Then, define the mission clearly. Gather whatever intel is needed. Execute the actual task sequence. Report back the result. And importantly, learn from the experience to get better next time.
And these aren't just simple chatbots anymore. They're handling serious automation that used to require dedicated human staff. Think about the robo-accountant. Handles creating invoices, sending them out, tracking payments, sending reminders. 24/7. It's routine work, sure, but it's absolutely essential and it eats up time.
Or even more ambitious agents, like the autonomous secretary. This thing can actually make phone calls for you to book appointments, like a haircut or a doctor's visit. It can navigate those annoying phone trees, talk to a human if needed, get the confirmation, and then add it straight to your calendar.
Just navigating customer service holds automatically is a massive win right there.
Isn't it, though? And another great example is the subscription slayer. This is an agent that ruthlessly tracks all your recurring subscriptions, streaming services, software trials, gym memberships you forgot about. Identifies the ones you aren't actually using, and then handles the entire cancellation process for you, even if it means waiting on hold or arguing with customer service reps.
Okay, that's pretty amazing. So if we look across all 4 of these incredibly powerful categories, The data librarians, the physical AI systems, the predictive dashboards, and these autonomous agents. What's the single thread connecting them all? What's the core commonality?
It's simple, really. They all rely entirely on that five-step no-code framework we talked about at the beginning.
Yeah.
That's the assembly line that turns the initial idea into a functional, reliable, and yeah, potentially revenue-generating reality.
Right. Let's just quickly recap that assembly line. It starts with that crystal clear vision, forged by the meta prompt.
The North Star.
That vision gets translated into the super detailed blueprint, the product requirements prompt, the PRP.
Then comes step 3, implementation, where the AI builds the functional skeleton. Followed by step 4, that careful iterative refinement, the incremental enhancement, which adds the polish, the whispering.
And finally, step 5, seamless deployment, which just erases that whole infrastructure headache. And we've seen the incredible breadth of what's possible across just these first 4 categories. The database tools acting as your company's master librarian.
The hardware-integrated systems giving AI a physical reflex in the real world.
The AI dashboards turning that dead data into actual prophecy for your business.
And the chatbots and assistants forming the beginnings of a scalable digital workforce.
The big takeaway here, it feels like, is that businesses, individual creators, entrepreneurs, you now have access to genuine superpowers. Things that were just flat out impossible, science fiction even, just a few years back.
Yeah, the technical hurdles, the bottlenecks,
Yeah.
they've effectively been abstracted away by this new way of building, driven by clear instructions and prompts.
And this journey, it definitely continues. In our next deep dive, we're actually going to explore 3 more critical categories that build on this foundation. Things like personal AI coaches, powerful creative engines, and sophisticated automation agents. The tools are here. They're ready. The opportunities feel, well, endless.
So the question really becomes, given this powerful new no-code foundation, this new way of building,
Yeah.
what specific problem will you solve first?
Just something to think deeply about. Out to your own music.